Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a War Machine Battle Report, but I gotta give a little bit of an intro to it because it's not just a regular go and play a game. This one here is going to be part of this league where it's team versus team, 3 players each, and you have to go and, it's a whole thing where you set up the matchups, and so there's like this deeper list chicken to it. Now, in this one here, I know it's going to be either my eCaine or Darius double Stormwall list up against either Butcher3 or Butcher1. And I mean, from that, you pretty much know it's going to be Butcher3 versus eCaine. Both the other guys already played their games. We have 1 win, 1 loss. So this game here is going to determine who's going to win between the Sherwood Porkers and Murder's Row. Now, some of the bad things are against me is that even though I designed my eCaine list to deal with Butcher3, I'm up against a more experienced opponent who I have never beaten with a caster that I almost always lose against. I think I've beaten Butcher3 once. So we'll see what happens, but it'll be interesting. Alright, so looking at his list here, he has some of the normal stuff I see whenever I face Butcher3, but he is actually going to be running Beast 09. He also has the Pikemen with their UA. There's going to be up front Epic Iris. There's also the Widowmakers. He has the Rifle Corps, the Winter Guard Rifle Corps, and there's Joe back there, Saxon Auric. There's also Madeline Corbeau. Orin Midwinter. Butcher, of course, has his 2 dogs. There's an Ogren Bokur, the War Dog, and then he has little Coldon Lords, wherever they are. The guys just do little cloud effects. For my side here, I'm going to be going with my eCaine list, and with this, I'm going to have the Stormwall. I'm going to be having the Squire. I'm going to have a Maxed Long Gunners, the Rangers, Epic Iris, also Reinhold, the Stormcaller, Iana and Holt, the Black 13th, and a Min Boomhowlers. The mission one here is not one I wanted to see. It is the zone on the left and on the right, each one having an objective. It's first 1 to 5. You get 1 for destroying a objective, 2 for dominating the zone, 1 for controlling the zone. But you can only start doing that stuff until you, once after you destroy the objective, because it counts as an enemy model. Now, the part that I really don't like about this scenario here is, first of all, it's one where Butcher can get a lot of points really fast. He can get in there, destroy the objective, destroy the stuff in the zone, and get 3 points in one go, which is really bad. Basically, it makes it so he can win over 2 turns when you're hoping to just be 3. The other thing is that this is kill box, so I also have to really worry about him putting on the pressure and I can't get away, luckily though I got first turn. So I set up like this, hoping that he'd be set up on the right, and in fact that's what he does. So with Butcher3 on the right, I am planning to have all my elements over there to go for assassination. The left side of the board I am just going to set up to delay and hopefully pull this thing off. So I allocate 1 to the Stormwall, he runs up, everything really runs up, and really what comes down to is I put 4+ Tough and Heightened Reflexes up on the Boomhowlers, True Shot onto eCaine, Stealth onto Iana and Holt, and I'm really just setting up there so that Epic Iris can come up, take off that Heightened Reflexes, and then I'll have a chance of killing her with either the Black 13th or the Stormcaller. On the right, I'm just taking positions inside that water, so I'm getting stealth because I've prowled and all that nice stuff, and just waiting to see what he's going to give to me. Now, unfortunately, with this terrain, I am really worried about this middle forest. The middle forest is going to do 2 things. One, it's something that doesn't really bother him. He has all the Pathfinder stuff he needs, especially with Saxon Auric to run through it. Butcher gets Pathfinder from the dogs, so that doesn't bother him at all. Plus, I have major line of sight issues. I am shooting, that thing's going to be in my way. He can see the Stormwall where I can't see him. It is bad. So, unfortunately, that's just the way that is. And, yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to kind of deal with it. So on his turn, he's really just kind of moving up here, going with the... Sorry, he also has the one Kovnik there on the left that's helping go with the super shield wall. He comes up, especially with the Widowmakers, and he shoots off the heightened reflexes and kills another guy too. I actually expected him to kill more, so losing 2 guys is not so bad. Otherwise, on the right side, he is doing his... Well, this one actually I don't think even really works, because first he did the suppression fire from his Winter Guard there, the Rifle Corps, but then he went and he blocked them. And I believe they all have to still have line of sight, so I don't know if that even stay there, but it doesn't matter. The bigger thing is he puts clouds on the 2 dogs and onto Beast of 9, also energizers to get a little bit further up. But yeah, looking at this, the main things that I want to kill on this turn is, well, I want to kill Epic Iris. I want to kill as many of those Widowmakers as possible so that they're not going to be killing off all my support guys and all the guys I need. I really need Saxon or Orin Midwinter away, because what he can do is move up and say no spells, and I can't gate crash away, and that's dangerous. I'd also like to get rid of Madeline Corbeau, the dog, and the Ogren Beaucoeur, but that's probably asking a lot. Alright, so this is how it really went down. Came up with, okay, first of all, I took one from the Squire, used it to upkeep. I had the Stormwall walk up, it's doing its covering fire. I shoot a pod into the middle of those Widowmakers, because even though it doesn't zap them, the hope is that I can shoot it with the Black 13th, do the big Mage Bomb, and kill all the guys, and also with Orin Midwinter as well. He did some shots into the pikemen, just killing one. Otherwise, I am just really kind of going up a little bit with the Boom Howlers, trying to get in the way. The Stormcaller fails to zap Iris, but then at least the one leader of the Black 13th is able to shoot. Unfortunately, I don't have the right range, and I can't really see the one pod in the forest, because I made just slightly more than 3 inches in, so a little bit of a mess up there, but I missed a shot on a regular Widowmaker. It scatters and pretty much kills all the Widowmakers. So I killed the last one with another shot from eCaine, but at least those guys are all gone. As well, eCaine came up, did the magic bullet, shot the front dog, did 4 damage, and then the magic bullet killed Orin Midwinter. So he's off the board. That's good news. I advance with 4 of the Rangers, and they start shooting in to kill the dog and all that stuff. And I'm able to kill the dog and do 4 points of damage to the Ogren. One of the things that really I didn't like is that when I was doing my stuff with eCaine, is I shot my last shot into Beastone 9. Now, I forgot, didn't know that he had the hyper aggression, so when I did damage, he moved forward. And so where I was just trying to do some free damage on him, now I'm having Beastone 9 moving towards me. So just to be safe, Epic Iris shoots him to put on disruption. Then I get off the 2 twin link shots, not twin link, 2 combined shots from the long gunners. They're doing, you know, straight dice. I was hoping to cripple something. Unfortunately, I did nothing but get him moved into me. Yeah, not really the best that could have happened here. You know, obviously, I would have rather that he was way back there. At least, you know, he's kind of going to be there, killing long gunners. Long gunners could have done way more and helped me a whole bunch, but what can you do? This is, when you forget things like this, that's what happens. Unfortunately, something else I would have really liked to do as well is I could have gone for 2 magic bullets, but then I would have to drop the true sight. And because of having to deal with the clouds here, I decided to keep it. And, you know, looking back, I'd definitely say that was a mistake. And the reason why I wish he was dead is because this is something that came up that I hadn't seen before. Basically, the objective is an enemy model, so that triggers Corbeau, and all of a sudden that means Butcher3 and his 2 dogs are 3 inches closer than I thought they would be. And that's bad news. More bad news would be where Beast and I came over here, did a Thresher, killed half my guys, and I failed my terror test, or whatever. So, command test failed, long gunner's useless. And I knew I was going to lose lots of guys, but I thought I'd at least have a few more left that they could run in, do something else, shoot some stuff. But yeah, now they just might as well all be dead. So that really was unfortunate. Otherwise, what he does on the left side is he mini-feats and moves up, takes 1 poke at a Boom Howler, who is tough. Otherwise, on the right there, yeah, really just kind of shooting away the Rangers. So all the Rangers up front, all gone. He put up the clouds there and also ran the dogs into my face, and with his Energizer really getting in there. So he had to pop his feet after, And now this is really the situation. Butcher had gone up, destroyed the objective 3 inches back, and so he's at 3 control points to 0. So this is bad because basically if I don't kill Butcher, I don't have enough stuff over there that I can jam the zone. So he is definitely going to dominate again and win the game. So I need to pull off this assassination. Now here's the issue. Fully camped, I can't pull off the assassination. Just cannot happen. Now, otherwise, what I need to do is something like knock him down. So I thought, like, can I throw a model at him? What can I do? You know, he's just too far out. I mean, I can throw a Beast 9 inches at him. It's not going to help because he's about 9.5 away, kind of eyeballing it. So I'm not going to go for that. The other big thing that I need to deal with is the Butcher. This is a real issue because obviously he is going to save that shield guard for Epic Iris's shot. And I need to kill him. But between being behind the woods and having that cloud on him, it's going to be really tough. Moving up, I mean, if I can clear out the Arguses in front, maybe I can move up. But remember, if I'm not within 3 inches, I can't see him. So I'm probably going to have to do this with a boosted pod. And otherwise then, so I'm going to need to try and kill the dogs. I have the Black 13th to do that. Then I can move up with the Storm Wall. I can go and do the pod to kill the Butcher. Epic Iris goes up, shoots off all that fury. I might have to take 1 free strike or something to get Kane into position, but then bang, bang, bang with the feet, I should win. So the first thing that was kind of like a glorious thing from you know, Sigmar is like please just let this go through, because really, you know, I'm at dice -7 with the pod, and so on average I should either get the 3 or the 4 damage, which will either kill or won't kill. And look at those dice, 6, 6, 6. Sigmar is smiling, so shield guard is gone. But then I move up the Rangers, get them marked, go up there with Epic Iris, and I miss the shot. So that is not good because now mathematically this assassination is not going to work. So overall I tried for the rest, but it really doesn't matter. I go up there, I take a couple of free strikes, take some damage. Of course I reload for an extra shot. I had an extra focus from the Squire. And the problem is that, you know, at the very beginning there, he's armor 24, so I'm dice -12. So I'm taking my shots. And on my 4th last one, I even missed it. So at that point, I had no spikes, had done no damage. It was theoretically impossible to kill him. So I just kind of gate crashed into him just to get it over. And that's what he does. You can see all the blood all over. His cane is chopped to bits. And I lose the game. So very unfortunate. I mean, really it came down to an Epic Irish shot that could have, you know, made it so I won or lost the game, but unfortunately I missed that. What can you do? The woods also caused a major issue for me. I mean, if there wasn't the woods in the middle of the board, it'd have been a lot easier to get rid of that shield guard, to really get rid of the rest of the support units. But, you know, this is good. This game really came down to that one shot, and, you know, sometimes you don't get it. So there you go. Hope you like watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.